Good afternoon, folks. Blue Collar Style here. Just coming, want to talk to you for just a second. I've got something really, really special to share with this group of folks, you all who are watching this. So, if you don't know this already, I'm a huge fan and supporter of Nick's boots. I got a couple of different boots that I own here from Nick's. Just want to cover a couple of quick things before I show you this really special surprise. So, this was my first pair of Nick's that I owned. These are their Hot Shot Wildland Fire boots. This is the 10-inch model, as you can see. So it was the first boot I ever, Nick's boot I ever bought. It was really my first foray into well-made boots. My Iron Ranger didn't actually come until after the fact. I had no idea who Nick's was. I knew I had started wildland firefighting, and everybody talked about how well Nick's were the best. And I was going into a dangerous situation, and I knew my feet might be the thing that got me out alive, so I wanted to take care of them. So I invested in the Nick's. I went with a black rough out over a black smooth. I have since waxed these a few times just for the durability of it. They are the thicker non-stitched through sole, as you can see with the screws around. But this is their traditional 67 last with a number 4 toe, larger woodsman heel, as you can see, in a 10-inch. A couple of things about this one. Obviously, you've got a separate heel counter from Stay with a pull loop. This is a soft toe, no Celastic, no inserts or anything like that. These have seen duty regularly, as well as just they are a workhorse of a boot, and I put them through the paces. These are my Builder Pros. As you can see, they're slightly smaller. These are the 8-inch Builder Pro, built very similar to what you see in the Hot Shot here in the black. These are actually a chocolate rough out over a chocolate smooth. When I got these, I wasn't really happy with the way the smooth or the rough out looked initially. It was a little bit more orange or reddish orange for my taste, so I waxed them. I've been very happy with how that turned out. These are built on the 55 last with a number 3 toe. Now, I did do the leather toe cap with a 4-row stitching here. Again, there is no reinforcements in the toe. It's just a leather toe. These are not the thicker sole. These are stitched through with screws, as you can see. Still in good shape. Really love this boot. Still actually breaking this boot in just because of the amount of boots that I have. They don't get a lot of use. Again, very similar to the Hot Shot and the 67 last. This is the 55, a little more arch support than the H&W or a little less than the 67. Again, you have two separate pieces from the Stay and the pull with the heel counter. Really like this boot. Really well made, really comfortable. The problem that I have found with these two boots is that for everyday wear and when I'm not actually working them in long periods of time, especially in the heat in the summertime, this 8-inch and even more so the 10-inch gets hot. Now, obviously, that's not even something I'm considering when I'm on a wildland fireground. That doesn't matter. Heat's something we're going to encounter, so I'm not too worried about that. But for everyday casual wear, I found that the 8-inch is almost just a little bit too much. So my other pair that I have are my 6-inch Charlies. Now, for everyday casual use, this 6-inch is just, it's perfect and the perfect height. These are, again, a 55 last, the same as the Builder Pros. 67 last, 55. I don't have any of the H&W, so I can't speak to them. I do require a high arch support in my foot due to some medical things that have had happen in the past. These started out as the natural waxed, or the natural flesh in the Charlie. I have waxed these. They additionally, since they were the original waxing, kind of wore through. They've taken quite a beating, as you can see. You got a nice patina building. These are equipped with the mini Vibram sole, different than both my Hot Shots and my Builder Pros, which are equipped with both the full V100 lug sole, or the lug sole there from Vibram. I love these boots. I love the height. I just think it's great for everyday wear. Again, I like the look of a leather toe cap with the 4-row stitching, but again, it's just a leather toe cap. There's no reinforcements, no Celastic toe or anything in this. This is the Charlie with that stacked heel in the 55. Great boot. Seen a lot of wear. Love these things. I do have a pair of boots that had the V-bar sole by Vibram on it, and I really, really like that. I also really prefer the arch support that I get in the 67s, and I also really like that taller number 4 toe. None of the heritage boots that Nick's offers currently in that 6-inch have that 67 last or that number 4 toe. Both things that I really like. So I reached out to Nick's and began talking to them because I've been a long-time customer of theirs. I really like the guys over there. I've talked to them a few times and worked with them on some things. And started to work with them and kind of came up with an idea for what I wanted to see in a boot. Kind of based on a classic last that some of us have seen that I really like, but I wanted something more with the Nick's durability. So let me get my surprise for you all. And this came today. So let's open this bad boy up. Everybody that wants to see this box show up in the UPS guy. We're always very happy when we see this guy show up from UPS here. So he was my favorite person today. Took him long enough, but he got here. So let's see what we got here. Well, they sent me a box of... So, insert what I'm calling the Knockaround boot. Kind of an idea to the old Made guys or the Mafia guys who were just rough and tough, but also well respected and established. So traditional to Nick's, you get the stitch down construction with the 2 rows. I really like the look on the back of the Charlies. I feel like it's really clean of the single heel counter and stay. No pull loop. I also am a fan, if you can't tell from all 3, now 4 pairs of my boots, I'm a fan of the just straight up cut top. I don't like the roll tops. I like that cut top look. So these have got the extra stitching, but I just really think this is a nice, clean looking boot. I went with the tan Teton rough out all the way around. Now, what I did different here that Nick's doesn't do typically is I went with a 6-inch boot with a 67 last with the dogger heel. Now, as you can see, typically on their 67 last, you're going to end up with that logger heel, that taller logger. I wanted something that gave you just a little bit more sit back, kind of a little bit more of that sprung toe look, which is why I like this number 4 toe. Now, as you can see, in an effort to keep this thing really clean looking on the lines, I did not do leather toe cap on these. I did, however, because the leather toe cap does make it a little bit more durable. Let me show you here the difference here. So, got a lot more play in the leather here than you do this. It just helps to maintain the shape of the toe box, and I'm not a fan of the flat toes as they happen over time. And I didn't want this one to get flat toed or kind of get really soft. So I did go with a celastic toe on this just to reinforce the toe box. But I'm really excited about this boot. I told you too, I like the V-bar. I think it's a little bit dressier. Personally, I think it holds up a little bit better than the mini lug does. So I went with the V-bar on this one as well. As you can see, it is the stitch through construction, obviously, that traditional Nick. So this is your dogger heel. I think it's a slightly modified dogger if I remember talking to Grant correctly. But I'm really excited about this boot. Like I said, it's a knockaround boot. It's something that I could easily dress up with a nice pair of black slacks, at least until I get them really dirty, which I will do because I wear my boots. Or I can easily throw it with a pair of blue jeans and just go. Super excited to see how these turn out. Again, I wanted something that had kind of that sprung toe look a little bit more, had the arch support that my Hot Shots do, but I didn't want to go with an 8-inch boot again. I didn't want that full lug sole or the tall woodsman heel. I wanted more of the rock toe up, kind of similar to some other lasts that we've seen on the market, but with durability the way that Nick's does durability and that nobody else does. So they've included their laces, obviously, as is with standard with every purchase here on the Nick's boots. You've got the smooth interior layer, which will make it nice and easy for the pull on. I'm looking forward to wearing these. I'm actually headed out to a special event tonight, so I'm going to go. I'm going to lace these bad boys up and get them on my feet. I'll post a review in a few months on how they're holding up, how they're aging, how their patina is coming along. I'm super excited about these. Super excited to work with Nick's to develop this new boot. Stay tuned. Appreciate it. Thanks, guys.